Thank you. All right, so it looks like everyone's muted. So, all right, so thank you guys for coming. I almost said this morning, but it is definitely afternoon. I hope you all are doing well, and we're gonna get started standing up. So, all right, so just coming to a comfortable standing position. So, feet about hips distance apart. Just take a moment and rock back and forth from your toes to your heels. Just kind of feeling your feet on the floor, feeling your feet on the mat, on a towel, whatever it is that they're on, just notice what's beneath you. And then come to a place where you feel like you have even weight between the fronts and the backs of your feet. And just let your arms hang comfortably down by your side. And today for our practice, I want you to really focus on connecting the breath with the movement. So think about this being a moving meditation rather than just moving from a pose to pose to pose. So really staying intentional about how we're connecting the breath with how our body is moving. So as we begin, I just invite you to close your eyes if that's comfortable for you. If it's not comfortable for you to close your eyes, just take a moment and look down the tip of your nose, like slightly down on the ground out in front of you, and just draw your attention inward. So as we start to bring our attention inside, just notice your breath. Without changing anything, without any judgment, just notice what your breath feels like in your body. Are you having like some shallow breaths, maybe deeper breaths this morning? Is your inhale longer than the exhale or vice versa? And keeping your attention on your breath without too much effort, see if you can lengthen the inhale and the exhale. So just taking a little bit deeper inhalation and exhalation. And just remembering, right, that our breath is our life force. Our breath is our anchor. So no matter what is going on around us, to bring us back into control. Just take 1 to 2 more deep breaths here, inhaling and exhaling. And when you're ready, if your eyes are closed, just slowly blink your eyes open. And on your next inhale, just reach your arms up over your head, stretching long, lengthening up through the fingertips, turning the palms to face one another. And then exhale, release them down towards the side. So we're just going to do that 2 more times, connecting your breath. So inhale, arms rise. And your exhale, arms. And one more time, just like that. Inhale to rise, reach all the way up through the fingertips, round down through the feet. Exhale, release the hands back down. We're going to add on to that. So keep this idea of moving meditation. So inhale, arms are going to rise back up. This time we're going to interlace the hands at the top, turn the palms to face up and reach out through the heels of the hands. Relax the shoulders away from the ears, ground down through the feet. And then on your exhale, hug your belly in towards your spine, round your back, and bring your arms forward. So a little cat-cow, but standing here. Awesome. And then inhale, we're going to come back up, lengthen the arms back up, stretch long. And again, exhale, hug the belly up and in, round the back, press the hands forward, chin comes towards your chest. Inhale, back up to rise, lengthen up and out through the spine and the hands. One more time, exhale, belly round, or back rounds, belly pulls in, hands reach forward. Inhale, lengthen back up, and exhale, hands down by your sides. Awesome, you guys. We're going to add on to that. So inhale your arms back up. Once again, interlace the hands at the top, turn the palms to face up. One more time here, you guys. We're going to exhale, round the back, press the hands forward. Inhale brings you back up to stand. Release your hands on your exhale. Bend your elbows and reach your heart up towards the ceiling or the sky, wherever you are. Just coming into this gentle back bend. We're going to stay here for an extra breath. Think about your elbows and forearms back in space as your heart centered. Awesome. Can you guys, oh, there we go. Did I freeze you guys? We back? Okay. I was like, why is everyone frozen there? Okay, my bad. All right, here we go. Coming back to standing. Here we go. Inhale the arms up again. This time we're just going to take those cactus arms. So exhale, bend the elbows, lift the heart up. Good, I think. Okay, awesome. Inhale, arms back up. And we're going to come into a side stretch. So exhale, release the left hand down towards your side and reach up and over towards the right. Good. Pressing down to the outer edge of that right foot, reaching out through the right fingertips, just breathing and noticing what's happening in the right side of the body. Taking one more breath here. Inhale, you're going to come back up to rise. Exhale, switch. So right hand comes down, left arm reaches up and over. Breathing into the left side of the body. Good. Again, just noticing the breath. Pressing down through the outer edge of the left foot as you reach out through the left fingertips. Inhale, come back up to center. Both arms rise. Exhale, hands down towards the sides. Good. Just take a moment and roll the shoulders up and back. Just getting the movement in the joints here. And then when you're ready, reverse it. So roll the shoulders forward. Good, and coming back to center, let's find Tadasana, mountain pose. So keeping the feet hips distance apart, standing up nice and tall, turn the palms to face forward so there's a gentle external rotation in the arms. Just stand here and feel the power in this pose, the strength in this pose. On your next inhale, we'll reach the arms up, lengthen up. Maybe the palms come to touch this time. Gaze goes up towards the thumbs. And exhale, we're going to fold forward over the legs. Release the head at the bottom of the fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to here. Allow your upper body, your torso, to just fall and hang over the legs. You can move side to side here gently by swaying the torso. Just take a few breaths here, just really breathing into the back of the body. Good. And if you're swaying gently, make your way back to center. We're going to place our hands onto our shins and inhale, reach the crown of the head forward, lengthen out through the spine. Exhale, you're going to fold back down over the legs, releasing the head. Inhale, come on up to rise, reach the arms wide and up. Maybe palms touch, gaze lifts. Exhale, hands release down. Awesome. We're going to add on to that coming into a Sun Sal A. So inhale, arms are going to rise again, moving at your own breath pace. Exhale, folding over the legs, releasing the head at the bottom of the fold. Hands to the shins. Inhale, lengthening out through the crown of the head and the chest. Exhale, fold forward and step back to a plank position, top of a push-up. So as you come to, good, I'm just gonna move this forward a little bit. Come to the top of a push-up, your knees can be up or down here. Wherever you are, see if you can hug the belly button in towards the spine, finding that strong core. And then again, either keeping the legs lifted or bringing the knees down, you're gonna lower all the way down onto your belly. Awesome. Coming down onto your belly, we're going to come into Sphinx Pose. So coming up onto the forearms, lifting the chest up, pressing down through the hands and the forearms. Good. Shoulders down and back. Really nice. Exhale, release that down. And then we'll make the transition back into downward facing dog. So tucking the toes and then lifting the hips up and back, coming into this upside down V. Good. Press down through the hands. Lift up and back through the sit bones. Good. Take a moment here and pedal through the feet. So bending the right knee, stretching the left leg straight, and then switching sides. Just moving through this. Again, tuning into your body. Good. Take one more breath here, coming back to center, reaching both heels down towards the floor. Awesome. Bend your knees, look forward, start to walk your hands or your feet to meet your hands. Both forward over the legs. Hands to the shins. Inhale, lengthen out through the crown of the head. Exhale, fold back down. Pressing down through the feet, inhale, come to rise, reach up through the arms, press down through the feet. Exhale, release the hands down. Awesome, we're gonna do that one more time, one breath, one movement. So inhale, arms rise. Exhale takes you into your forward fold, releasing the head, bending the knees if you need to. Inhale, hands to the shins, lengthen out through the crown of the head and the chest. Exhale, fold forward, bend the knees, step back to plank pose, top of a push-up. Good, your knees can be on the ground or up. Exhale, lower down to your belly. Keeping the hands where they are, cobra pose, press down through the hands, lift the shoulders up and back, chest lifts, beautiful. Exhale brings you back down. Coming back up to downward facing dog, lift or tucking the toes, lifting the hips up and back, coming to that upside down V, down dog. Awesome. Just take a few breaths here, rooting down through the hands. Sit bones lift up and back. Heels gently releasing down to the floor behind you. Return to that breath. Wonderful. See if you can hang on to one more inhale, one more exhale. And then from here, you guys come down onto your knees gently, and we're going to come into child's pose. So bringing the big toes together, knees apart. Take your hips back to your heels and walk your hands forward. And then gently place your forehead down onto the mat or the floor. Good, and making this an active child's pose. See if you can spread the fingers wide, root down through all 10 fingers, and then imagine that you're pushing the mat or towel, whatever it is beneath you, forward and away from you as your hips get heavier. Breathing into the body. Taking one more breath here. And on your next inhale, come on up to table pose. So wrists are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. So we're just gonna do some more cat-cow here. Exhale, hug the belly up and in, round the back, bring the chin towards the chest, press them to the hands. Awesome. Inhale, drop the belly towards the mat, chin lifts, tailbone tilts up, gentle back bend. Exhale, belly pulls up and in towards the spine, rounding the back, pressing down through the hands. Inhale, belly starts to move towards the mat, chin lifts, tailbone tilts up. Awesome, you guys do a few more rounds of cat-cow here at your own pace. So rounding on the exhale, coming into that gentle back bend on the inhale. Feeling free to stay in any one of those positions if you feel like that's what your body needs this morning or this afternoon. Good. Continue to just notice the breath. Try to move with the breath. Awesome. Take one more full cycle here of cat-cow. And then coming back to center. Walk your hands about a palm print forward. Spread the fingers really wide. Root down through the index finger and the thumb. Tuck the toes under and come on back downward facing dog. Lifting the hips up and back. Pressing down through the hands. Lengthening up and out through the sit bones. Awesome. On your next exhale, bend your knees. Start to walk your feet up towards your hands, folding forward. Hands to the shins. Inhale, reach out through the crown of the head and chest. Exhale, fold back down. And then inhale, back up to rise, reaching the arms up overhead. Exhaling, hands down by your sides. Good. Bringing the palms together in front of the heart, I just invite you to come back and close the eyes for a moment. Just notice what your body feels like, what your breath feels like. Tuning back in, reconnecting. Good, and gently blink the eyes open if they're closed. Release the hands down towards the sides. Inhale, arms rise, reaching up through the fingertips. Exhale, fold back over the legs. Head releases at the bottom of the fold. Hands to the shins. Inhale, reach up through the crown of the head and the chest. Exhale, bow forward, bend the knee, and take your right leg back behind you, coming into a high lunge. So your right leg is going to be straight back behind you. Hands can either come onto your left leg or reach up towards the ceiling or sky, wherever you are. Good. Reach up. And see if you can, on your inhale, lengthen up through the fingertips. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. And on the exhale, press back through the back heel as you bend into the front knee any amount more. Good, just take one more breath like that here, reaching up through the fingertips on the inhale. Exhale, bending down into that left knee. Awesome, bring the hands down around the front foot. We're gonna come into a gentle twist here. So right hand inside the left foot, left fingertips are just stretched up towards the ceiling. So you're twisting towards your front leg. Pressing back through the right heel any amount more. And then opening the left side of the body on the exhale. One more breath here. Awesome. Release that hand down. Do your best to step the back foot forward, coming back into that forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, reaching up through the crown of the head and chest. Exhale, bow down, we'll switch sides. So bend the knees this time, take the left leg back behind you. Press back through the left heel. And again, your hands can either come to the right leg, or you can reach the fingertips up, lengthening through the side body. Good, really nice. See if you, again, on the inhale, Create space between the hips and the ribs as you lift up through the fingertips, but relax the shoulders away from the ears. And exhale, bend down into the front leg. Good, take one more breath here. You're in the exhale, release the hands down around the front foot. This time the left hand stays down on the inside of the right foot as you reach the right fingertips up. Gently twisting open. Beautiful. Pressing back through the back heel, so the back leg is active. Gently turning a little bit more towards that front leg. One more breath. Really nice, you guys. Exhale the hands back down around the front foot. Do your best to set the back foot forward, coming back into that forward fold. Hands to the shins. Inhale, reach up through the crown of the head and chest. Exhale, fold back down. Press down through the feet. Inhale, come on up to rise, reaching the arms up. Exhale, hands down. Awesome. Let's take a wide stance. So wherever you are, just take a wide stance on your mat, on your towel, whatever feels good. Awesome. So we're just gonna, we did this last week, right? So we're going to just move with our breath. So coming into warrior two, you're gonna turn your right toes out and your left toes inside slightly. Inhale the arms up to the sides and exhale, bend down into that right leg. As you bend down into your right leg, see if you can press down any amount more through the outer edge of the left foot. Stretch out through the arms, reach up to the crown of the head. Gently take the gaze over the right fingertips. Breathing. On your inhale, stretch the right leg straight, reach the arms up. Keeping that length in the upper body, exhale, bend back down into that right leg, reaching the arms out. Good, we're gonna do that 2 more times. Inhale, stretch the leg straight, reach the arms up. Exhale, back down. 1 more time. Inhale, stretch the leg straight, reach up. Exhale, bend back down, warrior two. Keeping the legs where they are, turn the right palm up. Reach up and back, reversing the warrior. So as you stretch up and back through the right fingertips, see if you can bend down into that right leg any amount more and keep rooting down through the outer edge of that left foot. So both legs are really active here. 1 more breath. Inhale, come back up, warrior two. Exhale, stretch the legs straight just for a breath. We're gonna come back down into warrior two, same leg, so bending back down into that right leg. We're gonna take this into side angle, so take the right forearm to the right thigh. Turn your left palm up, and then reach the arm up and over the head, so it's in line with the ear. Awesome, you guys. Now take a moment, bring your attention to your shoulder. On your exhale, see if you can relax the shoulder away from the ear, but still lengthen out through the fingertips. Pressing down to the outer edge of the left foot. You guys got this. Hang on, 1 more breath. Awesome. Inhale brings you all the way back up to rise. Stretch that right leg straight. Release the hands down. And then we're going to switch sides. Really good, you guys. Turn the right toes in, left toes out. Inhale, arms up to the sides. Exhale, bending down into that left leg. Warrior two, second side. Arms lengthen out, crown of the head lifts. Don't forget about that back leg. So see if you can root down any amount more through the outer edge of the right foot. And then we're gonna move with the breath here. So on your inhale, stretch the left leg straight, reach the arms up. And exhale, back down, warrior two. Inhale, once again, stretching the legs straight, reaching the arms up. Exhale, bend it back down. Inhale, last time, stretch the legs straight, reach the arms up. Exhale, back down, warrior two. Keeping the legs where they are, we're going to reverse that warrior. So turn the left palm up, reach up and back away from the front leg. Really nice, you guys. Bending down any amount more into that left leg as you stretch up and out. Breathing in through the rib cage as the left arm lengthens up and back behind you. One more breath here. Inhale, back up, warrior two. Exhale, stretch the legs straight. Take an inhale. And on your next exhale, come back down into that warrior two, bending that left leg. Left forearm to left thigh, coming into that extended side angle. You're going to turn your right palm up, then stretch the arm up and over the head. Finding one long line of energy out through the outer edge of the right foot and up and out through the right fingertips. Right shoulder relaxes away from the ear. Lift the belly up and in a little bit more, so staying engaged in the core here. One more breath. Coming back up, warrior two. Stretch that left leg straight. Turn both feet in. Good, so now we're in a wide stance. Both feet are parallel to each other. Inhale, arms out to the sides. Exhale, bring your hands to your hips. On your inhale, loop the shoulders up and back. Elbows start to come back in space, so feel the engagement of the upper back. Exhale, fold forward over the legs, bending the knees if you need to, and then release the hands to the floor. Crown of the head releases down. See if you can, again, just like we did in the beginning, allow your upper body to relax over the legs. Just taking a few breaths here, breathing into the backs of the legs. And then bringing the hands so they're underneath the shoulders. Inhale, lengthen out through the crown of the head and chest. Find that length. Bring your hands to your hips. Inhale, come on back up to stand. Awesome. Bring your feet together. Take a moment, shake all that out. That was a lot. Good job, you guys. Coming back to Tadasana when you're ready. So feet either underneath the hips or big toes together, whichever feels better in your body. Hands down by the sides, palms face forward, lift up through the crown of the head. Come back to that breath. We're just gonna do a half Sun Salutation to clear that all out. So on your inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Maybe palms touch, gaze lifts. Exhale, fold forward over the legs, releasing the head at the bottom of the fold. Hands to the shins. Inhale, lengthen out through the crown of the head and chest. Exhale, fold back forward. Inhale brings you back up to standing. Arms reach wide and up. Palms touch, maybe gaze lift. Exhale, hands down to the side. Good. One more half Sun Salutation we're going to add on. So inhale, arms rise. Exhale, fold forward over the legs, releasing the head at the bottom of the fold. Hands to the shins. Inhale, lengthen out through the crown of the head and the chest. Exhale, fold forward, bend your knees, and then step your right leg back behind you, but this time bring your right knee down. Awesome. So, and then walk your hands up onto your left leg. So we're in a low lunge. With your hands on your left leg, just take a moment, lift the low belly up and in so there's a gentle tuck in the tailbone. And then, if it's okay for you, bend a little bit more into that left leg. Now you can keep your hands here, or you can reach your arms up overhead. Finding again that space between the hips and the rib cage as you lift up and out, lengthening up through the upper body as you maybe bend down, breathing into the front of the right hip. Good, take one more breath here. Exhale the hands down. Tuck your back toes under. Do your best to step your back foot forward. Inhale, lengthen out through the crown of the head and the chest. Exhale, fold back down, bend the knees, take the left leg back behind you and lower the left knee. Good, and then walk your hands up onto your right leg, your right leg. Once again, just take a moment here, right? Lift the low belly up and in. Maybe bend down into that right leg, any amount more. And then you can keep your hands here or stretch the arms up overhead. Breathing in, noticing the sensation in the front of that left hip. Maybe feeling it a little bit in the quadricep, the muscle on the front of the leg. Lengthening up through the fingertips as the shoulders relax down away from the ears. One more breath. Exhaling, releasing your hands down around your front leg. Tuck your back toes under. Do your best to step your back legs forward. Hands to the shins. Inhale, lengthen out through the crown of the head and the chest. Exhale, fold back down. Press down through the feet. Inhale to rise, reaching the arms wide and up. Maybe palms to touch. Gaze lifts. Exhale, hands down. All right, so I had a request for an arm balance. So you can listen, you can stop at any points along this road, okay? So we're gonna just take a few moments here, practice crow pose. This can also be a great opportunity to get a little laugh at yourself. So don't take it too seriously. So we're gonna come down into a squat. So just bend the knees. I'm gonna do this so you guys can see me. All right, so coming down, listen. So you can stay right here, right? This is amazing. You can walk your hands forward and release the head. You can stay here. If you want to come into crow, you are going to place your hands onto the mat a little bit wider than shoulder distance apart. I suggest lifting your hips up, and then you're going to want to imagine your knees coming into your armpits, right? So we want our knees coming high up over our elbows. So get your knees high up into the arms. And then just start to play with your weight coming forward, right? So you can even just be right here and rock back and forth. And then when you're ready, you can lift one foot up. You can stop there. Maybe you lift the other foot up. Your gaze is going to want to stay forward. Come on, Deshaun, let me see it. Finding your core muscles. Listen, you don't have to do any of this. You can do all of it or none of it. Awesome. And when you guys are done, we're all going to meet in downward facing dog. So bringing the hands back down onto the mat, tucking the toes under, lifting the hips up and back. Press down through the hands. Just let that go. It's over. Good, take one more breath here. And then exhale, bring your knees down onto the mat. Cool. So we're gonna come up into gate pose from here. So stay on your knees, you're just gonna lift up your chest, right? So you're just kneeling on your knees. And then you're gonna take your left leg out to the side. Your left leg is out and even with the hip. And your right arm is going to reach up. And then you're going to exhale, stretch up and over towards your left leg. Good, relaxing the shoulder away from the ear. Press down through the outer edge of that foot that's extended. Awesome. And then keeping the legs over there, you're going to come back up and we're going to switch sides. So reaching the right arm down the right leg, reach the left arm up and over. You can bring that right hand down to the floor, but continue to press down into the left foot that's extended out to the side. Awesome. And then inhale, we're going to come back up and we're going to switch sides. So bring that left leg in, take that right leg out, rooting down through the outer edge of that right foot, right hand to the right leg, left arm reaches up. Then you're going to stretch up and over towards the right leg. Breathing into the side. Taking one more breath here. And then we're going to switch. So the left arm comes down, the right arm is going to come up. And again, the hand can just move down the leg or it can come on the floor. Keep rooting down through the outer edge of that right foot as you stretch out through the right fingertips. Awesome. And then inhale, come on back up. And then we're going to come back to our knees, right? And we're just going to sit down onto our heels. So if this isn't comfortable for you to sit on your legs like this, you can come to just a comfortable seated position on your seat, right? Otherwise, we're going to do a little shoulder opener here. So you're going to interlace your fingers behind your back. And then loop the shoulders up and back and start to stretch the hands down towards the feet. If this is too much, you can always just grab opposite elbows here. So wherever you are, think about lifting the heart up towards the ceiling, the sky, wherever you are. Shoulders move back in space and maybe the chin lifts up and back. Just be really, really gentle on your neck here. Good. Take one more breath wherever you are. And then slowly start to come up. Release either the hands or the elbows. Gently place your hands onto your thighs. Return back to the breath. Sitting up as tall as you can. Awesome. And then coming back onto these, we're going to just do some variations of camel pose here. So just really taking a moment to open our heart chakra and open our shoulders. So we're going to come up onto the knees. You can have your toes tucked or untucked. It's just whatever feels better in your body. On your inhale, reach the arms up, straight up towards the ceiling. And on your exhale, we're going to come back into those cactus arms. So you're going to bend the elbows, lift the chest up. Now you can stay here, or you can start to lift your upper body up and back as if there was like a pull in your upper back and you're coming up and over it. Imagining your head coming to the space between the feet. And then slowly and gently coming back up. Untucking the toes if they're tucked, sitting back onto the heels one more time. Taking a breath here. So those back bends are really like rejuvenating for our nervous system. So a lot of times it can feel like we just did some sort of cardio workout there. So just take a moment, return back to the breath. We're gonna do that one more time. So coming back up onto the knees. Again, toes can be tucked or untucked. On your inhale, you're going to reach your arms up towards the sky, towards the ceiling. And on your exhale, you're going to bend the elbows, lift the chest up. Elbows and forearms continue to move back in space as the heart lifts up and back. You can either stay here or continue to lift up and back. Maybe the gaze goes back behind you. Maybe not. Just really opening the chest here, breathing into the back, front, the whole body. Good. Inhaling, coming back up. Being gentle with yourself. Exhale, coming back down to that seated position. Coming back to that breath. Awesome. And then from here, you guys, you're just going to sit to one side, swing your legs around. Coming to a seated position. Awesome. We're going to start with Tadasana here. So soles of the feet together, but your feet are far away from you. So you're making more of a diamond versus this butterfly position, right? So you want your feet further away from your hips. Two options here. Your hands can either stay on your knees or your shins, or you can take your forearms underneath your calves and fold forward. So this stretch here, you may feel it more in your low back and in your outer hips versus when we do that more closed butterfly, it's a lot more of the inner hips. So wherever you are, think about lifting the low belly up and in, finding a rounding in the low back, breathing in as we open up and create space in the low back and outer hips as the crown of the head releases down towards the floor beneath us. Good, take one more breath here. And then inhale, slowly start to make your way back up to a seat. Good, and just stretch the legs out, shake it out for a moment. We're gonna do an outer hip stretch. So bend the knees, placing the feet on the floor. You're gonna place your hands behind you with your fingers facing you, so your palms are back. And then you're gonna take your right ankle to your left thigh. Now you can have your leg as bent or as straight as you need it here to be comfortable. So the deeper the stretch you need, the closer that left heel is going to be towards your bum. And then press down through the hands, lift the heart up. So you want to think about the heart lifting towards that right shin. Good, and then just breathe into the outer edge of that right hip. Try to keep the right foot flexed so we're protecting the joint. And again, if you need any more, you can keep moving the left heel closer in towards the body. Take one more breath here. Try not to hold your breath. And then slowly start to release. Stretch the legs out, shake it out, and then we'll switch sides. So when you're ready, hands come back behind your feet, come on the floor, bending the knees, taking the left leg to the right thigh, and again, making any adjustments that you need here. So if you need to bend the right leg any amount more, maybe you need to straighten it. Take a moment, settle in. This side may feel completely different than the other side, and that's totally normal. And when you're ready, start to lift the heart towards that left shin. So finding length in the spine. And then notice your breath. So the first place that tension and emotions get stored is actually in our hips. And a lot of times we don't notice it until it like makes its way up into our shoulders and neck. So just pay attention to that. So when we start to open the hips, we can actually start to feel like maybe a little uncomfortable. So just try to stay with the breath and breathe into the sensations. Awesome. And then when you're ready to start to release that out, stretch the legs straight back out in front of you. Shake it out one more time here. And then we'll come into Baddha Konasana. So bringing the soles of the feet together. This time the heels and hips come closer towards one another. So coming into that more traditional like butterfly position. You can stay right here, right? So if you're feeling stuff in your hips, or it's even a little difficult to sit up here, stay right where you are. If you want more, you can start to fold forward and even gently start to use your elbows by pressing into your thighs to gently press the legs down, the knees down and out, but be very careful, no jarring movements. Be really gentle with yourself. And then maybe just notice how this feels different than that first seated fold that we did. So you should feel this a little bit more in the inner legs, the inner hips. Taking one more breath here. And then slowly start to come back up. And then we're gonna once again stretch the legs straight out in front of us, this time coming into Paschimottanasana. So we're gonna fold forward over the legs. Now, does not matter how far forward you fold, right? You can even have the knees bent if you need to. But when you're ready, you're gonna inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And then exhale, fold forward over the legs. So again, let the hands fall wherever they fall. They may come on the outside of the thighs, on the knees, on the shins, the ankles, maybe your feet. It really doesn't matter. But just as we did standing up, see if you can relax the head down and allow the weight of the upper body to slowly deepen the stretch. So coming back to the idea of moving with the breath, right? Each inhale, see if you can fill up the body, right, with the inhalation. And on each exhale, see if you can settle, right, meaning fold any amount more. So really using the breath here to create space and create release. So again, each inhale, breathing space into the body, filling up, and each exhale, folding a little bit deeper. And then slowly start to rise back up, and you're gonna keep going and rolling back down onto your back. So as you come down onto your back, bring your knees in towards your chest and just gently rock side to side. You're getting a little gentle massage here on your low back. And then coming back to center, take the arms out to the side, palms up. So the arms are going to be in line with your shoulders. On your exhale, let your knees fall up and over to the right. As your knees fall to the right, your left shoulder may lift a little bit. That's totally normal and fine. Take your gaze over towards your left. And again, using the breath here. So each inhale, filling up the body with the breath. And on the exhale, see if you can allow the left rib cage and the left shoulder to soften any amount more down towards the mat. So really breathing into that twist here. Good, taking one more deep inhale and exhale. We're going to bring the knees back in towards center. We're going to switch sides. So this time the knees are going to fall up and over towards the left. Gaze goes over towards the right. So again, that right shoulder may have lifted off the floor. Totally normal. Mine just did, right? I'm a little tighter on this side than I am the other. So again, using the breath, inhaling, filling up the body, and exhaling, see if you can just gently relax, release that right shoulder and right rib cage, open and down any amount more. And take one more breath cycle here. And then bringing the knees in towards the chest. Just once again, take your hands to your shins. This time we're going to tuck the chin into the chest, or to bring the forehead towards the knees, rounding into a ball. Exhale, release it down. Release the legs down so the knees are bent, feet on the floor. So take your feet a little bit wider than your hips. You can either take your arms straight up to the side, or like in the gold post, kind of cactus arm, whichever feels better for you and your body. We're just going to take both knees over towards the right on the exhale. And then the inhale is going to bring them back up to center. And exhale, take them, the knees up and over towards the left. So just doing like a windshield motion with the legs at your own pace, just coming in through the center and switching between the right and the left side. Just noticing what sensations you feel, how that feels in the body. Good, and when you are even on both sides, we're gonna come into Supta Baddha Konasana. So Start by walking your knees and feet in towards one another so they're touching. And then you're just going to allow your knees to fall open so your feet are, the bottoms of your feet are together and knees are open. And then gently place one hand on your low belly and one hand on your heart. And as we begin to settle in, as we begin to start the shift towards the end of our practice towards Shavasana, see if you can, on the inhale, feel the breath travel from the low belly up into the chest. And on the exhale, the releasing from the chest down to the low belly. So maybe using your hands here as a grounding force, just breathing in, breathing out. Taking one more breath cycle. And then slowly start to stretch your legs straight, long out down onto the floor, onto the mat. Have your legs about hip distance apart, maybe a little bit wider. Allow the feet to fall open and arms come down by your sides, palms up. So making our way into Shavasana here, doing just a quick scan of your body, checking into making sure wherever you are, however your body is, that you are comfortable and that you're able to really be in a place of stillness, a place of calmness, right? A calmness in the body. And as you guys know, or hopefully know, most of you know, this is my favorite pose, right? In my opinion, the most important asana of our practice. This is the moment, right? The moments where the physical movement, right? That intentional breath, the intentional movement, the intentional creation of space in our body begins to settle. So without focusing on the breath, without attaching to any thoughts that come in, as you will have thoughts that come in, and without attaching to them, see if you can just be here, be in the space that you're in, allowing yourself to just be. So I'm going to have you guys hang out in Shavasana for a minute or two. keeping your body still. So without any movement, just once again, draw your attention inward towards your breath. Just noticing the rise and the fall with each inhalation and exhalation. And just taking an intentional moment to make note of how the body feels right now, in this moment, in this space. When you're ready, slowly begin to move the fingers and the toes, just bringing gentle movements back into the body, taking your time, reaching the arms up overhead, stretching the fingertips away from your toes, just finding that length, breathing in, just noticing. And then when you're ready, bringing the knees in towards the chest, rolling onto one side, just gently coming into a fetal position. If that's not comfortable for you, you can make your way up to a seated position. So wherever you are, just taking your time, rest yourself up to a comfortable seat. Your legs can be crossed, the legs can be straight out in front of you. Just gently bring the palms together in front of the heart center. Close the eyes and take a moment and send yourselves gratitude for taking the time out of your day to be here, focus on self. And then take a moment to remind yourself that right here in this time and space, you're safe. And then as we seal in our practice, take a moment and think about how you would like to show up for the rest of the day and into the weekend. And as we step off our mat, may whatever that word or phrase be in the forefront of our mind. Namaste. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Terri.
Thank you, thank you. I hope y'all feel good.
Amazing.
Okay, good. How'd your crow pose go?
I don't know. Someone's a little shaky with my wrist today.
Ooh, okay, be careful.